RDU has announced the appointment of Kala Manickam as its groundwork leader for Jalan Kayu single-member constituency as the party prepares for the upcoming general election, following the release of the Electoral Boundaries Review Committee report earlier in March 2025. RD Secretary General Ravi Phileman made the announcement during a walkabout in Fernvale on 21st March, where around 20 party members and volunteers distributed flyers and engaged with residents. The Fernvale area is part of the newly carved Jalan Kayu SMC, which was previously under Ong Mo Kio Group Representation Constituency. Mr. Phileman stressed that multi-cornered fights would not benefit any opposition party, reiterated RDU's commitment to opposition unity. A multi-cornered fight is not in anyone's interest, especially not in any of the opposition parties' interests, he said, adding that there remains a lot of friendship and goodwill among opposition members. Several opposition parties, including the People's Power Party and the People's Alliance for Reform, have already expressed interest in contesting Jalan Kayu. Despite the potential for a crowded field, Mr. Phileman stated RDU is in discussions with other parties to ensure a coordinated approach. When asked if RDU was prepared to go head-to-head with People's Action Party candidate Ng Chi Meng, recently seen at a community event in the ward, Mr. Phileman said it was a bit premature to speculate. However, he noted that RDU is ready for any candidate PAP may field. Kala Manickam, 57, will lead RDU's groundwork in Jalan Kayu. A former Progress Singapore party member, she contested in Nisun GRC during the 2020 general election. She later left PSP and was involved in a legal dispute with the party, which was settled amicably out of court. In her remarks, Ms. Manickam shared that her campaign would draw from personal experience and her background in lifelong learning. She highlighted employment concerns, particularly the struggles of Singaporeans who undergo retraining but still face difficulty securing suitable job opportunities. There are hard-working Singaporeans who went through skills training but don't seem to get job opportunities. They're experienced but face wage stagnation and no recognition for their value, she said. Ms. Manickam also underscored the pressures on young families, particularly in education. She advocated for a more balanced education system to support children's mental well-being, noting the financial and emotional toll tuition and academic stress place on families. A single mother of a 16-year-old son, Ms. Manickam said she understood the daily challenges faced by parents and hoped to reflect these realities in policy conversations. She also cited RDU's consultative leadership and inclusivity as reasons for joining the party. While RDU has not confirmed that Ms. Manickam will be its candidate in Jalan Kayu, Mr. Phileman said the party would throw up fullest support behind her and described her as a credible voice for the constituency. Joining the walkabout was human rights lawyer M. Ravi, who stood in Ong Mo Kio GRC as part of the Reform Party in the 2015 general election. Ravi, who has since been suspended from practicing law and has been involved in consultation work, participated in the event as a volunteer, wearing an RDU lanyard and distributing flyers to residents. Mr. Ravi stated he does not intend to run as a candidate in the upcoming election and is definitely not standing for the Reform Party. Instead, he expressed his support for RDU and its vision for a strong alternative voice in Parliament. "I live here and I was born in Jalan Kayu, so this place is very special to me," he said. Mr. Phileman noted that feedback from residents pointed to a need for stronger checks and balances in Parliament. That is what a serious political party like Red United has come to offer the single-member constituency in Jalan Kayu, he said. He also reiterated RDU's broader call for a well-being economy. HAT prioritizes citizens and the environment alongside economic growth. "We want Singaporeans to feel proud that they are first-class citizens in their own country. And we want Singapore to be a fairer place for all people who live here," he added. Jalan Kayu's current Member of Parliament is PAP Zing Ling Ling, who was elected in 2020 under Ong Mo Kio GRC. She was notably absent from the Ong Mo Kio Town Council's master plan launch on 15th March, where Senior Minister Lee Hsien Loong outlined plans for the constituency. The EBRC report, released earlier this month, cited the high number of electors in Ong Mo Kio GRC as a reason for carving out Jalan Kayu SMC. The report noted that Ong Mo Kio had the largest number of voters among electoral divisions, necessitating a redistribution. As RDU gears up for a potential contest in the ward, the party has pledged to continue ground engagement and address key local concerns, while coordinating with other opposition parties to avoid unnecessary competition.